what I'm speaking about today is what I'm speaking about today is uh, is uh, connecting to the vibration of oneness on the matrix of you, the matrix of oneness, and and I explain to people that with this oneness, it's more of not connecting to a higher sense of consciousness, but only actually connecting to you. We're connecting to the vibration that is the person that which is you. Because we get this whole vibration trying to track everything else in our lives, everybody else. It's got to deal with everyone else. And at times in our life, we have to take stock. We have to take stock in situations that are appearing within our life. We have to say, "Yep, that's what I need. That's what I need." Because I explain to people when we pick the destinations in our life. We do. We pick those. We pick the destinations, but we get to pick the journey. The journey is our life lessons, our life challenge within this lifetime is that journey to the destinations. And that's where we get to pick. That's where we get to understand where we're going. Because if we just sit back and figure out if the destination that we're taking and where we're going to end up, is it really where we would like to be? And that's what throws us off this power within ourselves, this energy within our vibration, this connected to us, to our vibration. We allow other people to take control of the wheel, allow them to tell us what we should believe or what we should do or what we should accomplish in our lives without asking ourselves. And a lot of the times in our lives it's when we sit back and we really sit back and ask ourselves, are we happy? Are you happy? And that's the big thing is, are you happy where you are today? And if not, it's the things you tell your guys. You do the affirmations. You do the different things within your vibration. You try to raise your vibration, even though all hell could be breaking loose in your life. You're still trying to raise the vibration when you're trying to speak to yourself. It's getting that mind, that vibration within your head to be quiet, to quiet that noise in the background, to allow you to see a clearer picture. And I had somebody in my office not too long ago says, well, maybe that's just me talking to me. Well, you can understand that it's the information you're getting. Does it make your life better? Does it make you feel good about your journey? If you keep telling yourself, "Oh God, I'll never do this. I'll never be able to do that. I'm not good at that." Blah, 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 and that noise of you not being good enough to do what you need to do, that is the voice you need to quiet. That's the voice you need to get quiet within your vibration. So it's when we're doing this, is because when you enter this earth plane, when you enter from the spirit set of life, you pick your place of birth. You pick it. Whether you're born in California, whether you're born in New York, wherever you're born, you pick that place of birth, that place of entrance onto this earth plane. So you're standing on a meridian line, right in the hospital, right when your mother's holding you, the whole vibration, you're standing on a meridian line. And for a lot of years within your first part of your life, you're standing on that line, that meridian, that power line that goes through the universe. And then as we get older, we start to make our decisions. We move to different power lines. We move to different vibrations. But it's always orchestrated. This is an orchestrated piece. I call it an orchestrated piece of music. We're going to go to the different notes that are going to affect our lives and get to play the melody. But we have to figure out how we're moving, where we're going, and how we would like to arrive. That is our oneness within us. It's how we personally would like to arrive. Because if you do it for everyone else, and everyone else says, "Oh my God, you have my stuff, give it back to me." And we get to a part of the cycle that once they clear the stuff out of your room, you have nothing to build with. And then people get nervous. They start pulling from other people's energies. They keep doing all this other stuff and trying to fill the room with stuff just so they have something to build with. You're always trying to fill the room with things that are going to benefit you. They're going to increase your understanding. Because if you're doing well, and you're happy and you're content, you're going to put out that energy into the world. And that in turn draws people to you that are going to be very peaceful, content, uplifted, and they're going to raise your energy even higher. Negative people will drag you down. Positive people will propel you forward. So, so when you actually have this whole vibration within your life, when you have this whole vibration, this whole connection within your life, you're trying to find that journey, that connection that is you. And I kind of wish I could tell people, oh my God, you need to change this. You need to do. People get into their own little vibration. I understand it's almost like when I look at people and I say, my God, what do you have in your room? And they wander around the room, and most of the boxes stored in the room have not been marked. They have no idea what's in the box. They have no idea what they ever put in that box, but it's still sitting in the room, taking up space. And they never do a spring cleaning. They never do an understanding. Do you really need that? It is something that happened in your life. Do you absolutely need that vibration within your life? That's what you have to ask yourself. Do you need it? I have a rule that if I haven't seen it in 6 months to a year, probably don't need it. I'm never going to use it. So there's no sense in me keeping it. Might as well share it with somebody that's actually going to be able to use it. Maybe just share it with them, give it to them. Because that way I'm actually propelling energy out into the world. I'm also clearing energy from me, the vibration that is part of my auric field. Because as soon as we start to drag our auric field, we allow ourselves to stay in space, to move in motion, but in one place. We're not making any ground, we're not losing any ground. We just stay running the wheels in one spot. And that's when you start making a list. The written word, the spoken word, the written word works well with your guides. If you sit and just talk to your guides, and I have a little thing my grandmother used to teach me to do. She would say, Louis, sit still, ask a question. Just ask a question of yourself. Then close your eyes, get quiet. What did you feel after you asked that question? Was it a very positive feeling? Was it very positive for you? Or was it a feeling that you didn't feel like you could achieve it, or it wasn't something that was going to work for you? And if you had that, then you needed to start clearing and regrouping and rebalancing and trying to change that venue. That's why people have issues with money, prosperity in their life. They're asking for money, but subconsciously or consciously they're telling themselves, I'll probably never get any money. I'm probably not going to make that much money. I'm never going to get that. I'm never going to achieve that. It has to do with money, health, relationships, situations within our lives. We feel like we don't deserve that. We aren't going to get that in our lives. Then all of a sudden, we are stuck in a spot. You spend years in that spot and tell me, Lewis, I still don't have a relationship. I don't have anybody in my life right now because you're telling yourself that you don't deserve your highest and best. That's why you clear the boxes, the vibration, the boxes within your life. You quiet that voice. Even though you might be standing on the meridian line that stretches out into the universe, and you might be getting ready to move to a different line. You might be getting ready to move and you have no idea that you're moving. But there's a orchestration from the spirit side of life to move you to affect others. Most people in this lifetime are missionaries. They're missionaries. They have taken on a job in their life to cross paths with somebody, to open a pathway, to cut a path through the forest. They are the missionaries that are going to be up ahead of everyone else to propel people to where they need to be, to help individuals, but in turn, they have to cross paths with these people. And you have to get from where you are to where they are. That's where you have to get. You have to get from your vibration to where they are. So that means your guides will move heaven and earth for you. They have to get you there. They have to place you there. But how do you arrive? Do you arrive by car, or have you walked 100 miles? Well, how did you arrive? You're still going to get there, but how did you manage getting to that spot in your life? That's what you have to tell yourself. And Ruiz does a good thing with the 4 agreements is be impeccable with your word. And being impeccable with your word is more of Understanding what you're telling yourself, not what you're all that stuff you're telling other people, but what are you telling yourself? How are you communicating with you? And that's how we make ourselves or get ourselves to where we need to be. Because first of all, you're going to attract the people in your life that you feel like, oh my God, these are really awesome people in my life. And you're going to keep attracting because the more people you have in your life that are awesome, more people will be attracted to the awesome group. But if there's a bunch of negative situations going on in your life, more negative people will say, oh my God, that's our party. And they will show up and it'll get more negative and negative and negative until you eventually you have to say, oh my God, I got to get a break from this. I got to get away from this. And you try to forge off down the path. But while you're sitting in your life right now, are you one with yourself? Are you connected to you? And it's not being selfish. It's this whole connection of helping others. But if you're miserable, you're tired, you're exhausted, all hell's breaking loose, you have no money, your health is not good, and everything's crazy, you're not going to be majorly good to anyone down the path. You're not going to make that journey with them. You're going to make yourself in that connection and going, oh my God, this isn't good for me. This isn't good. And you have to listen to yourself, listening to your vibration, listening to your higher self. If you get somewhere and all hell is breaking loose, all hell is breaking loose. I'll tell you a really quick story. Years ago, me and my wife Marie was going to buy a house. We are going to buy this house. My God, we are going to buy this house. It was gorgeous. Queen Anne Victoria, Queen Anne. It was awesome. So we got there, and the real estate lady didn't show up. So with me, I'm intuitive. I thought that wasn't right. She should have been here because she made the appointment with us to show us the house. So we waited. We called her, and she eventually showed up. And she had forgotten the keys for the house. She forgotten the keys to get into the house. So we had to wait for her to run all the way back to her office, pick up the keys, and get back to the house. So that was number two. That was like, this isn't quite working. I told her, I said, this isn't working quite right yet. So anyway, I'm walking around the property. I'm walking in the backyard and I'm checking the place out while we're waiting for her to come. And a neighbor behind me motioned to me. And I said, okay, he wants to speak. This neighbor, I'll speak to him. So I get over there and he goes, your fence is on my property. I think it's about 3 inches on my property. If you buy this house, you better move this fence or I'm going to shoot you. And he had a gun. He had a gun on the side of his phone. I went over and got told my wife and said, this is not our house. Because nothing was working with it. Nothing was falling into place. Nothing was clicking the way it should click. If my guides want me somewhere, if they want you somewhere, they will move heaven and earth. They will propel you in a direction and things will work like clockwork. If they want you there, if they need you there, or things might not work extremely right because you have to change your mode of travel. How you arrive there, how do you get there? Sometimes we move places in our lives because people are there. They're there. We move. And those people move. They change their life. And then we're end up stuck there because now we have placed ourselves there because of someone else. If you're going to move somewhere, change your life, do the things in your life for family, friends, people, situations in your life, awesome. But you should quietly ask yourself, is this going to work for me if I'm the only one here? Does this town, does this vibration work for me? Does it work for me if everyone just moved away? Does it connect to me? That's what you have to ask yourself. We're going through all the pandemic right now. We're kind of on our own now. We're trying to get out in the public, but it's like crazy. So now we're kind of forced, almost like forced to meditate on our own, read, kind of encourage ourselves, kind of get to that point of understanding where we are sitting at this point in our lives. So a lot of things in the world on the earth plane are changing. So we have to figure out what is our journey? What is our vibration? Not to be bullied into saying, oh, you should do this, you should do this. What fits us? What fits our vibration, our life, our connection to where we are? Because you will personally attract people in your life that know are on the same page as you, the same vibration as you, the same connection that you are. So, and you have to find that that vibration, that stillness within your auric field. and be still and know that you are God. Be still. Be still. And that's my mother used to always tell me because I was a little hyper when I was a kid. Be still and know that you are God. We are gods in this earth plane, have we're having a human experience, as we say in in the spiritual camp, but we're still gods in the making. We're still trying to understand our divinity, our connection to a higher sense of vibration. We are gods in the making. And if we understand that and understand that God loves us and we are in the process of propelling ourselves in our lives, and not that guides stop us from getting somewhere, they just open up different paths. They say, you want to go left? You want to go right? You want to go straight ahead? Pick. But your guides will always light up one path a little bit brighter than the other ones, but they are not going to force you to take that path. They will allow you to arrive in a way that you feel like you should arrive. So, I remember if you had a rough childhood, take situations in your life, vibrations were not working well in your life when you were a child, talk to yourself. Understand that a lot of things happen in our lives that probably were never really this massive thing for us. It was major a life lesson or a challenge for the group consciousness. Because even though we're standing on that meridian line that stands out into the universe, there are other hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people standing on the same line. They're standing on the same meridian line that you are. So we are affecting all of those people on what we do, on what we accomplish on that line. And I have individuals tell me, Lewis, I can't do anything. I'm not doing anything right now. You're breathing, you're thinking, you're putting out energy into the spirit world. You are doing something just by being here, by being on this earth plane. You are affecting that line in a positive or negative nature, but you are affecting the line. So you ask yourself, is this working? Is it working for me? When I do the numbers and things in people's lives, I explain to people we have to realize that the first 2 years of a cycle are key years for you. It's when you set the foundation. So you add your birthday together, well, how old you are added together. If it adds up to 1 or 2, you're in your first and second year. If it adds up to a 5, you're in your fifth year. The 2 first years, fifth year are key years. Those are years you get to go in the store, take the credit card, buy whatever you want. The rest of the cycles you are only building, redoing, resetting, and re-envisioning what you've already pulled into the vibration. But the first two, fifth year, are the years you get to knock things down, redo, reset, and reset the vibration, reset it. So when you're walking the path and you're feeling like, oh God, it's not working, find out where you are. Where are you on the cycle? Where are you in the vibration? Maybe you're in the part of the cycle that your head's down, you're building. You're not really looking at what's around you, you're just building. And you have to realize, do you want to change what you're building with? You can't change the foundation because that's been set. What are you building with? Maybe you just want to change what you've actually put in motion. And sometimes that takes us into clearing people out of our lives, clearing situations out of our lives. That's the reason I gave up being a pastor out here in the organization, because I felt like I needed to change. I needed a new understanding. I need to clear a few boxes and allow somebody else to take it the rest of the way, so I could go off on a different journey, a different vibration. And it's listening to your guides, your gatekeeper, your physician, your alchemist that actually follow you. The gatekeeper allows people in. The physician keeps you healthy. The alchemist creates things for you, including money, relationships, vibrations within your life. So those three guides are always up in your vibration trying to help you. So you're always kind of mentally talking to them from your higher self. You're mentally trying to have a conversation with them. And that's mostly through affirmations. I'm a very good proponent of affirmations in people's lives, because I really want people to understand that when you keep doing it repetitiously, Repetitiously, you're going to change the energy of a vibration. When we do mediumship, or I teach mediumship, it's just repetition on mediumship, repetition. You keep doing it. You keep kind of forging ahead on mediumship. You keep doing it. You meditate in the same spot. You keep trying to propel this energy. And pretty soon, the psychometry of it. Psychometry is just the energy of an object, where the place you sit, what you do, what you use. It's the energy of the object. I have mediums that will read at events, and they'll bring their own tablecloth. They'll bring something with them that they've always had with them when they did readings in a different arena. What happens is that vibration, that energy they bring with them, that piece, that scarf for the table, or that stone, or what they bring with them that has always been on their table and they need it, brings this energy within the vibration of all the readings that they've done. It brings the vibration. So we're actually working on vibration. We're working on this energy that we're actually trying to put in motion. So it's the energy of you. It's how your energy works with the spirit set of life. If you're supposed to be there, they'll move you there. If you're not supposed to be there, they will stop you. So I kind of have this running conversation with your guides, and that's what I do. I have a running conversation with my guides. With Catherine Ponder, she wrote a book. I just do. I am a child of the universe. I am a child of fortune. And I do other affirmations, but I add those two in there because I am a child of the universe. I am a child of fortune. Because wherever I'm going, whatever I'm going to be doing in my life, my guides will supply my needs and supply my wants in my life. We always ask for money and prosperity in our life when we have it. If you're broke and you're completely broke in your life and you're completely into a situation, then your mind plays tricks on you. Then you're asking, but then you become starting to beg. Your mind starts playing tricks on you. And then you're not actually seeing what you wanted because now your mind has played tricks on you. Same thing with you're healthy. If you're healthy now, ask for perfect health for the reason why not now. Don't ask for perfect health down the road when you're ill because your mind plays tricks on you. It'll play this vibration in your head. So you start doing the affirmations while you're still in reasonable shape. So you start asking for that. You start putting that in motion while you're in reasonable shape. Not waiting till you having to beg for it and plead for it and do all this stuff. Because we were never supposed to be at the altar of God begging. We were supposed to be there with our head up high, not begging. Because we are supposed to be doing the work at hand. That's what we're supposed to be doing, each and every one of us, on our own personal work, not because we're trying to follow someone else, but our personal work of what we need to do in our lives. I never thought I was going to be a professional medium and working as a medium in my life for most of my life, but that through family tree and other stuff and things that happened in my life, that is where it's taken me. I wasn't planning on doing this in my life. I was planning on doing something totally different. But it's where spirit put us. And the spirit will put people, situations, children, different vibrations, relationships in our lives to propel us to the direction of that meridian line that we're supposed to affect. And once we're done affecting that line, spirit will move us. That's a lot of people will move. They'll change their life. They'll do all kinds of things, not understanding why, but they just feel they need to change their life. That's because you're getting ready to move off that particularly meridian line, moving to a different vibration on this earth plane. Then you start to affect a different line, a different vibration starts to appear within your life. So don't look at change as bad. Don't look at people have this whole vibrational life like, well, Lewis, it's got to be bad. It's got to be bad. No. Sometimes change is really good. It gets us out of situations within our lives, especially people, especially situations in our lives that we're become too comfortable in our vibration. The spirit walks in and shakes things up and moves us into the vibration. So allow yourself to find that connection to your higher self, that connection to you, not for somebody else or some other vibration, but you. Because when we understand that we are on the journey, but it's the path we take, the vibrations, not the destination, because that will be there. I know that I will move again in my life. I will be placed somewhere. But right now, the destination, the movement to that destination are being placed in my life. So I just have to watch. I have to understand exactly where this is. The vibration is, where are we? Where are we? When we do classes out here in Casadega, we have a whole program of classwork, and the whole list of classes and things we do are, it says, who am I? And there's a whole list of things you have to learn of who are you. So we have to learn this vibration of who we are, and we have to understand, does it work for us? Astrology might work for you. Astrology might be your bread and butter. I believe in astrology, but it's not something I do all the time. It's not something that I put my life energy into, because it's not, doesn't radiate to me. I don't need that tool on the path at this point in my life. And I ask my guides, I tell people, my guides, Lucerne, I've worked with Lucerne for a while, my trance guide, and he has always said, is there, you asked us, is there something I missed, something I should have seen, something I should have put in motion? Could you please show it to me? That covers all bases. It covers, if there's something you missed, something you should have seen, something you should have put in motion, your guides will show it to you. And then you're looking for the vibration of repetition within your life. And I think just modern day and time, we lose that. We lose that that witness of where we need to be, where we need to be, because we're not looking at what's appearing in our lives. We're too busy with other things going on in our lives. We're not looking at what's arriving, what's being put in our vibration. I keep a prosperity journal in my life, a prosperity journal. I keep one. I keep a dream. I keep a dream journal within that prosperity journal. So I write things down so I can remember, so I can figure out if something's really trying to get my attention. And then I watch what happens to my vibrations, what happens. Because I think it's cute. The other day I was keeping track, and I'm cooking breakfast, and I broke the eggs, and every egg I broke was a double yolker. And I go, oh, that's a sign. So I wrote that in my book because it was a sign, because you don't really get that all the time, not especially when you break all the eggs and all of them are double yolkers. So I thought that was kind of really cool, because Spirit was trying to show me something. So I kept track of it. I keep track of numbers, especially if they keep appearing, like 1111, 222, 333, 444. They keep appearing in your vibration. It's usually angelic presence trying to speak to you. Or it could be something that you need to pay attention to. So I keep track of numbers, especially if the same numbers keep appearing. Then I watch. Because right now, each one of you that are here today, you are on a path. You're like watching a movie. You're watching a movie screen off in the distance, and you're watching to see what appears on the screen, to make your next journey, to make your next movement in your life. So you're looking at that, and you're trying to figure out, what is your guides trying to speak to you? Because even though mediums, I'm a medium, I can help people find. I can help people find their journey. When I start asking for myself, my guides will just laugh, and they'll giggle, and they'll go, "We'll take care of you." But they don't really give me a lot of information, especially if you're doing spiritual work. If you're doing spiritual work, they'll take care of you. They're not really giving me a lot of information, but they'll take care of me though. So I don't have this insight down the path for myself. I have an insight for others, but not for me. So I have to try to follow the signs, the vibration, the signs that appear in my vibration. So we have to realize that you are setting the path, not the destination. When you stood on the other side, you handpicked your guides, your higher protectors, vibrations, things you wanted to follow you. You also picked the destinations, the vibrations in this lifetime that you wanted to affect, or for those to affect you. And down you came. And as you came down through the spirit into the earth plane, you forgot. You forgot what you agreed to. But the designations are still there. We have to just figure out how to get there without being too hurt, too roughed up on our journey. So you have to watch and see what arrives in your life. Health is supposed to be beneficial for you. So ask for the perfect health or the reason why not. Then if something keeps appearing in your life that has something to do with your health, like somebody says, oh my God, I started taking this. And then somebody else goes, oh my God, I started taking this. And then somebody else appears in your life again. It's your guides trying to get your attention. Sometimes they'll just slap you with it. But most of the time, it's like follow the breadcrumbs. So you're watching what appears in front of you when you ask for something. When you ask for a vibration, what starts to appear? But we go back to the same thing what my grandmother used to teach me. Sit quiet, close your eyes, ask something out loud, the spoken word. Ask something out loud, and then listen to yourself. What do you say as soon as the last syllable exits your mouth? What do you tell yourself? What are you telling yourself? That is what you have to understand. If you can ask for money till you're blue in the face, but if your second breath after asking for money is, I'll probably never get any money. I'm not going to make any money. I'm not going to, no. You're stopping your guides from moving down the path. You're stopping them. They're stopped because they don't know whether you'll get it or do you really want it or should you go try to find it? So they kind of stop on the journey. We have to allow them to run wild through wherever we need them to go to pick up whatever we need. Highest and best. Money, prosperity in our lives are a figure. It's a figure. I have people say, oh my God, Lou, I get pennies from heaven. My God, I've got guides in my house dropping pennies. Well, if that's all you want in your life, guides will still be dropping pennies. Ask for a figure of money, a figure. Money is energy. It's all it is. It's the vibration of energy that propels itself within your life to keep you on the journey. So what is the energy that you're actually looking for in your life? What is the vibration of energy that you're connecting to within your life? What are you really looking for? And then you have to realize that that energy starts to propel itself with the psychometry. If I asked every night, I am prosperous with $1 million or better in my bank account. Now, I don't waver from $1 million. I don't wander to 25,000, 500,000. I don't ask for more. I ask for better, but I ask for a figure, $1 million or better in my bank account. So I'm already envisioning it in my account. I ask for perfect health, perfect, or the reason why not. So we have to realize that what we're asking for, we're spoken. It's when you can subconsciously tell yourself all the things in the world. You can tell yourself your little story. But remember, as it passes through all your filters within your system and eventually gets out into the spirit world, guides hear something different. They don't hear exactly what you've asked. They hear how it has moved through your filters within your vibration. Now, if your filters are clean and you have cleared the room and everything is awesome, then ask within your head. But a lot of us still have boxes stored off in the corner that we have no idea what's in them. I know a lady who owns 3 storage units. She's had these 3 storage units here in the state of Florida for 30 years. She lives in California, but these storage units have been here for 30 years, and she has paid on them for 30 years. I finally asked her the other day, I said, do you know what's even in those storage units? She goes, no, but I've been paying on them. There must be something really good in them. But what? I mean, you haven't gone back to check. You haven't gone back to clean to figure out there might be nothing left in them. but you keep paying on them. And that's what we do in our lives. We keep paying on this vibration, thinking that there's got to be something worthwhile in it if I still have it there. But take the idea of you don't have to do every 6 months, but every year, take stock of what's stored around you, especially the people, situations, and things in your life. Take store. Ask yourself, is this highly beneficial for me? Is this good for me? Is it highly beneficial? And if it is, then move forward. Then move forward into the situation. If your first thought is, no, that's not going to work, listen to yourself. It's your higher self, your guides, your protectors protecting you. I have individuals say, guides, stop you. Guides will try to put up caution tape. They will try to move the vibration. They will try to stop you from getting to something that you're not supposed to go. But if you continually push in that direction, they will allow you to go. But your guides will not jump off the hill with you. They will set up their little chairs. They will wait till you climb out. They will dust you off and go, we told you, didn't we? We knew it was going to be bad. We knew it was going to be awful. But then they push us down the path again, say, go ahead, go on. But they'll try to put roadblocks in our lives. So you're not really looking for roadblocks, but you're looking for things to work like clockwork. And if they aren't working, then quietly ask yourself, why isn't this working? Why isn't this working for me? Then allow your guides to show you. They will. They're very adamant if we allow ourselves to have that strong connection with them. And individuals say, Louis, well, you have a strong connection with them because you've been working with them for so long. But I never was all that all the time because I just listened to them. I listened to them. I listen to what they are trying to explain to me. Sometimes I fight with them. I still fight with them. But I just listen to them. I propel them in motion. I say, is this working? Why isn't this working? It should work for me. Or I write on a piece of paper. And I write on a piece of paper and I show it to my guides. They go, this, I need this or better. I'll take this, but I need this or better. If you got something better planned that I haven't envisioned yet, I haven't seen yet, I'll take that. But I need at least this. Then I fold the paper towards me and I throw it away. Because by writing, you made your intention known to them. By folding it towards you, you personally accept it. And throwing it away, you want them to go get it today. Right now. Go find this for me. I love it when people put it on their altars and they write their stuff out, put in their altars, and they have the hallelujah moments. They go over there and they pray over it. Keep praying over it, hoping that it's going to get here. And instead of explaining to their guides, go get it today. Not next week, not next year, not next month, today. And allow them to go find it for you. We're all on this journey. We're all going to end up on the spirit side of life. We're all going to end up somewhere in the spirit side of life. And if we try to really understand how the journey is supposed to happen, then we can adjust our path, adjust our journey, trade up, move into a higher class car, move into another vibration as we make our journey. You don't have to stay where you are. You move to a higher level and then move in that direction. Because even with mediumship and understanding mediumship, I want everybody to be able to connect to spirit. I want everybody to connect to this vibration of spirit. And there's very basics with this. It's just find a place to sit. Get quiet. Quiet your mind. Then get up and go. Don't sit for hours. Don't try to sit for a half hour if you can't sit there. Sit as long as you feel comfortable. And if you do it today, let's say at 3 o'clock, you said 3 o'clock, I'm going to do my meditation. Then tomorrow they expect you to sit at 3 o'clock. They expect you to make that appointment at 3 o'clock. Then the day after that, 3 o'clock. They expect you to make this appointment for 8 weeks. In 8 weeks, you can change up, you can redo it, you can reset it, but for 8 weeks, you have to keep the appointment. That in turn sends this message into the spirit world that you want a communication with them. And you're not going to attract anything that's negative and crazy, and you're going to have to hope to God that you can get rid of it. You're going to attract whatever you feel like you deserve, what you need in your vibration. If you're looking for something crazy, you might get something crazy. But if you're looking for your highest and best, you guys will protect you. And they'll only bring into your vibration your highest and best. Not everyone's going to attract the highest vibration, the spiritual souls that are at the highest level of the spirit world. We're going to attract the level of spirit that works for us. That works for us. That we need for this lifetime, for this journey that we're on in this lifetime. That's who we're going to attract. That's who the guides we picked. That's who the people we are associated with in our lifetime. These are the vibrations that we need at this point to get us to where we personally need to be. That's in this lifetime. Now, next lifetime, you might come back and it'll be a total different vibration. You get a higher vibrational people around you, different things are going on in your life, and you are on a different type of journey. But this journey is the one we have to realize is, how is this journey working for us? Because the oneness, because Christopher Timms talks about the oneness that is you, the oneness that is us, that is who we are. And it's that lifting the vibration, raising it, putting it at a higher vibration, telling ourselves that we can do better, and keep reinforcing that, even though we feel like, I don't know, though, this is not good. Keep telling yourself, even if you aren't feeling healthy, even if you aren't doing well in your health, mentally tell yourself, I am perfectly healthy. I am perfectly healthy. And keep telling yourself that. And eventually, the language or the recording within your head will start to say, I'm healthy. I'm really healthy. And the chemicals in the cells in your body will listen to the call and start to heal you. We have to we have to figure out exactly how this all gets put in motion, how this all gets set in motion within our lives. Understand that the journey, whether you believe in other mediums, what they do or what they say to your vibration, it's the journey that you are on, the journey that you are connecting to in your life, the journey, the vibration. You have to realize that that vibration, that journey that you're on in your life, pick it. If you're where you are and you're very comfortable where you are at this point in your life, then stay there. If you aren't, and you still have to walk that path, start doing the affirmations, start talking to your guides, start explaining to them what you're actually looking for through meditation, through whatever type of meditation you use in your life. Start speaking to them. Even though you say, well, they're probably not going to hear me. They're probably not listening. Yes, they are. You have 12 to 15, 10 to 15 guides who follow you. They're all listening to you. They're listening to all the crazy moments and all the bright moments, but they're listening to you. So understand how you perceive it. Because we can all find our journey. We're all gods in the making. We are. We are all that vibration, that whole connection to the higher sense. People do not know how powerful they really are until they really start understanding that they can control the outcome. Sure, we're still going to get to destinations. You might be planning on going shopping on the third floor. You never know. You might end up on the eighth floor. You might end up somewhere else. You don't have to end up there. We can move it up. But remember, we can always attract people in our lives to pull us down, to pull us into a different vibration within our lives. So where do you feel like you need to be? Because the affirmations are very keen. There's all kinds of affirmations. I tell people, try to write your own. Try to write what fits you. But the I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am this. I am. The I ams. Put I am in front of what you are asking for. Not like you're going to, I am this. I am not, I am this. And that's what we have to ask ourselves. I am this. Ask yourself that. Start putting those things in motion. Because when I teach the mediumship, the psychic workshops, the different things that I do, I don't teach you just one way of doing it. I don't go, follow this path. This is the way. I have the key. I have the vibration. I don't. I have different ways of getting there. I have different ways of understanding how to achieve mediumship. It's what works for you, what fits the vibration for you, what connects to your higher self. Not because somebody else says, oh my God, you should do it this way. I spent a lot of my life in people telling me, you need to do mediumship this way. And I couldn't do it that way. It didn't fit me. It didn't work for me. It didn't connect to my vibration. It's only when I allowed myself to move out on my own journey, pick up my machete, head off into the woods, and cut my own journey till I was comfortable with what I did. So if you're following somebody and you're going, I don't really like that, no, step back, cut your own journey, cut your own vibration. Because if you don't, you'll sit there and go, well, this isn't working. Ah, this is awful. Then you get quiet. Then you won't speak to your guides. You'll go off and do something else. Guides will still get you there, but you won't have any way of understanding the roadmap. And that's when we get in trouble. We allow other people to put their junk in here. Then we have to deal with junk. We have to deal with stuff. You don't have to deal with people's stuff. Most of you on this call today are probably people that your plate is already full. Every one of you have probably earned every merit badge that you have. You don't need any more merit badges. You don't need anybody to tell you anything else. You've got everything you need. You don't need more. You just want more stuff on the vibration that's going to help you, not drag you to another situation that you have to follow a journey. If people are broken and you say, well, Lewis, I'm going to fix these people, then you end up on a path, and 5 years from now, you're still trying to fix these broken people. And you haven't moved anywhere. And they aren't really helping you. You're just there trying to help thieves. You have to pick your journeys. I have a little saying that I tell people now, if you hear circus music and there's music playing, it sounds like a circus, walk away. Walk away. It's not going to get better. The music will just get louder, but it will not get better. And sometimes relatives are just drive-by relatives. Keep the windows up, keep the doors locked, keep your drive-by, and you wave at your relatives. It's only when people in our lives pull up in the driveway that's when trouble starts. We already know who these relatives are. We already know who these people are. We know who they are. They just don't quite mix with us. See, most of us know when somebody passes our path and we go, I don't know why I don't like them. I just don't feel good with them. I don't. But then we think that we can go help them. Maybe we can change them. But our first thought is, they're not good for me. Walk away. It doesn't get better. They are not your life lesson. They are not your life journey. I have people here that teach all this karma. Karma is just lessons that we learn in this lifetime. We don't pull some karma from some past lifetime, some past incarnation. Back in 1600s, Jennifer was not a mass murderer in the 1600s. And in this lifetime, she's going to pay the price. No, you picked a lifetime. Whether you lived 100 years, 50 years, 40 years, 20 years, doesn't matter. You pick that vibration. Then when you leave this earth plane, that becomes part of your existence, part of your vibration. Then when you enter the next lifetime, you enter a whole new lifetime, a whole new vibration. Sure, you're going to pull things from that other lifetime to try to encourage this one if you need it, because every lifetime is within your cell growth. It's memory within your cells. So you're going to pull from that memory. Some people that were nurses in the past lifetimes, they're going to be nurses in this lifetime. If they were politicians in a different lifetime or attorneys, they're probably going to try to work in that avenue within this lifetime. There's memory within their cells, but you do not follow some kind of something is on the other side trying to beat you down because you did something in a past lifetime. No, doesn't work that way. This lifetime is where it is. And we have to realize that we're going to exit. This will become part of our little story, but it is not the whole story. because I had a guide and I used to follow Rampa many years ago. I still follow Rampa. But the question is the vibration of that. Was it some lifetime, some incarnation? I was perfectly healthy. I had more money than I knew what to do with. I had beautiful relationships. I had an awesome life. So we had to realize even if this life isn't as keen as it should be, in some lifetime it was awesome. So we just have to take our vibration or our energy there, take it there, envision that, and then bring that reality to this reality. And that's all through psychometry. Because I love it when people teach mediumship and they teach people all this mediumship and they teach people all this stuff and they go, yeah. No, it's all psychometry. Pick something you like, keep giving it energy, you're going to get good at it. If you really enjoy it, you'll get really good at it. If you don't enjoy it, you're not going to get good at it at all because you won't put enough energy into it because it's not something you radiates to you. So ask yourself, as I said at the beginning of this talk today, ask yourself questions. You get quiet. Write questions down on a piece of paper. Get quiet. Ask out loud the question. Am I good where I'm supposed to be? And then listen to yourself. Do you say yes? Do you say no? Do you have an inner conversation with yourself? What are you telling yourself? Then allow you to have quiet that conversation or change that inward conversation you're having with yourself. So it becomes the same vibration. My my grandfather used to tell me, Lewis, there are two conversations. There is your physical conversation that you're having, and there is that subconscious conversation that you're having. Both conversations should connect together, and then miracles happen. Where two or more are gathered, there I am. We're not talking two or more people here. We're talking getting the physical body, the physical vibration on this earth plane, on the same conversation as that spiritual vibration, connecting. That's all we do. And I know it takes work. It takes work. People think, oh my God, Lou, I don't know if I can do all that work. I do affirmations in the morning. I might not do them all day. Sometimes I'll cut myself and I'll say some affirmations, but I'll do them before I go to bed at night. I don't miss. I do it morning, night, every day. And I feel like it might become a repetition. You might go, I don't know if I can do that every day. I don't know. If you can't remember to do it every day, you get little post-it notes. Put them up around your house. Bathroom mirror, put them somewhere. You open the refrigerator, you say an affirmation. You go comb your hair, you say another affirmation. You do something else, you'll say another affirmation. Teach yourself to say these things that you absolutely are looking for in your life. As the building blocks. You start with one block, then there's two blocks, then there's three blocks, and pretty soon you got a wall. You got one. Now you're starting to build on that energy, and now you're starting to attract it in the vibration. And that's when you start really looking who is arriving in your life bringing stuff. The cutest story I have is I had a lady that I told her, she goes, Lewis, I want a relationship. I said, really? That's good. That's awesome. Have you told you guys you wanted it? She goes, yes, I have. I said, what do you want? She goes, gray hair, blue eyes. I want two blonde haired kids. I want the gentleman driving an old pickup truck. I said, really? You're very specific. Okay. So she breaks down. Her car breaks down. Who pulls up behind her? An old pickup truck. Gray haired man, blue eyes. Who's sitting in the front seat? Two blonde haired kids. She calls me on the phone and says, is he the one? It's what you've been asking for. It's what you were asking for. It's what you've been trying to propel out into the spirit world. So that's why I explain to people, when you're on the path, can you accept what you're asking for? When you ask for it, can you accept it? Can you say, yeah, I really want that? And if you can't accept it, then try to change it. Try to re-envision it a little bit for yourself to allow it to appear in the vibration in front of you. Because when you do that, you build those blocks. You have that inward, outward voice connected. Sure, I still have trouble trying to get my inward voice to be quiet. I have crazy guides. They talk a lot. So I try to get them to quiet. But I'm working better at it. I'm working at getting them to understand what I need. But we have to realize that we're still on that destination. We have to get somewhere. And how our guides are going to propel us there is how we believe that we should arrive. I have a brother who says, "Oh my God, all I can afford is a mobile home, a broke down mobile home. It's all I can afford." That's all he's got too. He's got himself a broken down mobile home. He didn't get anything else. That's what he's got. And he goes, "Well, why did I end up with that?" I said, "Because you kept telling your guides that's all you needed. That's all you wanted. That's all you needed to have." Because we have to realize that you are in a position within your life to find your greatness, your oneness, the matrix of this. And the matrix is just all these little things all tied in together on our little piece of the journey. And we envision ourselves into the future, into the vibration of the future. So if we allow ourselves to believe that we can accept it, then, oh my God, it's just going to take off. But if we don't believe it, then there's this little troubled journey. Because you got to realize behind you are boxes. Hopefully, all your boxes in your energy field have been marked. They have been categorized. You know what's in them. And you allowed yourself to clear them and regroup or at least search through them. Leave stuff in your past alone. If you keep going back there and keep reliving the negative stuff in your life, you'll never get past that part of the story. Most of us are probably, some of us have probably had a really bad childhood. We can't fix that. We can't fix it. All we can do is move past it. Because I've realized in my life, I might have had a bad childhood, different things in my life, but there are people on this earth plane that have had a lot worse than I had. So for me to keep breathing on that vibration, because my brother can call me today and for a half hour, all he'll talk about is what happened in our childhood. The whole time. I was like, oh my God, let it go, let it be, let it go. Because maybe the relationship in your life that didn't work out well, maybe that relationship was just for the individual. Maybe it was to move them in a direction to get them to where they needed to be because they needed you. Because your kids don't talk to you. Maybe the kids weren't supposed to be there. Maybe the kids weren't supposed to be in your life at this moment because you needed time to find your own passion, your own vibration within your life. Things happen in our life to get us to where we need to be. Realize that. Realize that vibration. Because all of us, extremely talented. We're extremely gifted. Remember that. Because you didn't enter this earth plane as some little rundown, little beat up little jalopy. You entered this earth plane as a really nice, crisp new car. It's how we drive the car. Because most of us take the car off road, through the bushes, through the hills, and all craziness, end up back up on the road trying to repair it because we headed off on this journey that never worked for us. Because remember, we have people in our lives. If I would have followed my father's vibration, I would have been an evangelist at this point. I've been traveling the United States, and I would have been passing the word and have been an evangelist. But that wasn't my path. That wasn't the path that I agreed on. So I had to find my own path, my own journey. And for today, I hope each one of you find your journey, find your vibration within your life, your journey, not mine. I don't want you to read like me or find my journey. I want you to find yours. And when you do, you'll go, oh my God, this is awesome. And that's all you have to do is say, oh my God, this is awesome. And then we find our matrix. We find our oneness with our lives. Sure, we can help people, but if we're all crazy, people don't get along good with crazy people. They don't. Because we just look at them and go, oh my God, we don't have anything to do with them. Oh my God. And then we just are left on our path by ourselves and we're trying to collect things. Even though something has happened in your life crazy, doesn't mean it has to make you crazy. Remember that. I hope you guys enjoyed today. Next week, we're going to do more power. And I'm going to try to help you with collecting power and different things within the vibration, trying to do that. So trying to figure out the affirmations, the powers, the different things that you need to do to achieve that. We'll do a little bit with pendulums, different things with that vibration to bring through power and try to get you in that vibration. So hopefully this helped you today. This will be posted on YouTube, so you can listen to it again. But I hope that you guys got something out of it and enjoyed it. So I want you to teach you as much as I can because I've been doing this since I've been in my young age at 4. So I've been doing this for a while. I just have a lot of teachers, a lot of information that I have that I know it works. It works. The affirmations work. The understanding that something in your past was amazing. If it's not so good now, try to envision yourself where you were, where it was amazing. Not dwell. I call them dwellers at the well. People will sit at the well and they go, oh, well, my life is, oh, well. We don't need to be dwellers at the well. We need to go find that part of the path that the lights were on. I did see that part, not where the lights are off right now, because we're going through the pandemic. We're going through all this illness. We're going through all this craziness right now. But do we have to feed into this crazy? No, we don't. We don't. The crazy's still going to go on. The stuff's still going to go on. We're not going to change anybody's mind. Remember that. Post whatever you want on Facebook, but you're not going to change anybody's mind about what you think. So you might as well just wish them well and keep moving down your journey because your journey is what's going to light your path, not someone else's. Yours. Remember that. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll make sure this gets on. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Charlie and Jenny. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.